Hello students, today in this video we will solve questions relating to the area of circle and circumference of the circle. That is exercise 13.5 of your questions, of your book. So before solving the exercise, let us recall some of the facts about the circles which we discussed in our earlier classes, like what is the area of circle, relation between diameter and radius, circumference of circle. Okay, so let's start with area of circle. What is the area of circle? Formula: area of circle was pi r square. Okay, the value of pi is what? Value of pi is either 22/7 or 3.14. Usually we use value of pi as 22/7, and if in questions it is asked to use 3.14, then we use pi as 3.14. Then what is circumference? Circumference circumference was what? Perimeter, right? Length of the boundary of the arc, length of the boundary of the circle, right? So circumference of circle was circumference of circle formula. I told you two, right? One is when we have radius, it was what? 2 pi r. Okay, first of all, right, 2 pi r, and another one when we have diameter. Diameter, what was it? It was pi d. Pi d, right? Here pi, how d came, that is diameter, because we know the relation between radius and diameter is what? D equals to r. Okay, so we replace this 2 and r with d here. So if we have diameter in questions, and if it is asked to find circumference, we can use this one, and if we have radius in the question, and if it asked to find out the circumference, we can use that one. So the difference between the area and the circumference is, area is the what? Total inner curved surface area, right? Total area, and circumference is, it is the length of the boundary. Okay, look here. Suppose this is a circle, right? So this is the inner portion is known as what? It is known as the area. Okay, now what is circumference? It is the length of the boundary. Suppose I have started this one. Suppose a boy started walking through the boundary of the circle, and he covered the distance. The total distance the boy covered is known as what? It is the circumference of that circle. So now let us start with our first question. In this question, what is asked? Find the circumference of a circle. Whose one? There are two questions given. First one is with radius, and another is what? Diameter. So let's start with our question number 1, that is radius 3.35 centimeter. So how we start to solve? First of all, we will write solution. Then given radius of circle. Radius of circle, we denote radius with what? We denote radius with r. So radius of circle r equals 35 centimeter, right? Next, we know circumference. We know circumference of circle. Circumference of circle is what? When a radius is given, it is 2 pi r. So in place of 2 we will write what? 2. In place of pi we will write 22 by 7, and in place of r, that is radius, we will write the radius, that is 35 centimeter, right? So now we will cancel this 35 with 7. 7 5 is 35. Now next we will multiply 2 into 22 into 5. So 2 into 2 into 22 into 5. The result is how much? 2 into 22 is what? 2 into 22 is 44 into 5. 44 into 5 is 5 into 4 20. 5 into 4 20 plus 4 24 centimeter. So therefore circumference of circle is what? Is 240 centimeter. Therefore circumference of circle is 240 centimeter. Okay, sorry. 5 into 4 is what? 20, right? Remainder 2. Then 5 into 4 20. 20 plus 2 is what? 22. So this is our first solution for radius 35 centimeter. Next is diameter 42 centimeter. We can find this circumference with radius after finding radius also. First of all, what we will do? We will find radius from this, and then we will proceed with this formula. So we have this easy formula, that is derived by putting value of d. So we will use this one, that is pi d. So like this we will also write solution given, then in place of radius we will write diameter. Diameter of circle d equals 42 centimeter. Then we know circumference of circle. Yes, when diameter is given, its formula is what? Pi d. That is 22 by 7 into 42. Pi d. The value of pi is what? 22 by 7 into 42. Now 7 will cancel what? 42 is 7. So 7 1 7 7 into 6 42. Now what? We will multiply 22 with 6. Then 6 into 2 is what? 12. 1 remainder, again 6 into 2 12 plus 1 13. That is the circumference of circle having radius 42 is 132 centimeter. So last we will write, therefore circumference of circle is 132 centimeters. Finish. So our next question is, find the radius of circle whose circumference is 5.28 meter. Here a circumference is given and we have to find what radius. In earlier questions radius was given and we have found circumference, but in this question it is opposite, that is here circumference is given and we have to find radius. So let's start. First of all we will write solution, then given circumference, circumference of circle. Circumference of circle is how much? Given in question it is 5.28 meter. Then from this circumference how can we find radius? We will use the formula of circumference, that is 2 pi r. So after that we will write since circumference of circle equals 5.28 meter, and we know the formula of circumference is 2 pi r. 2 pi r equals 5.28 meter. Then value of 2 is what? 2. Value of pi is 22 by 7, and r we have to find this r, so we will write r equals 5.28 meter. Next, as there 7 is divided, right? So if we change the side it will got multiplied. So now we will change the side of 7. 2 into, okay, then 2 into 22 is how much? 2 into 22 it is 44, right? 2 into 22 is 44 into r equals 5.28 into 7. Next, as there 44 is multiplied with r, and if we change the side it will be what? It will be divided. So r equals 5.28 into 7 divided by 44. So now here we will cancel with what? With 2. Suppose 2 into 22 44, then 2 2s are 4, 1 left, 1 2 2 6 are 12, then 8 2 4s are 8. Yes, after this, before after decimal 2 digit, so we will also put before after 2 digit decimal, right? Again we will cancel with what? We will cancel with 2. 2 into 11, then 2 1s are 2, then decimal 2 3s are 6, then 2 2s are 4, right? Next, okay, after that we have to multiply 1.32 into 7, then we have to divide with 11. So r equals 7 into 1.32 divided by 11. So 1.32 into 7 is what? 7 into 2 14, 1 remainder, 7 into 3 21 plus 1 22, 2 remainder, 7 into 1 7 8 9. So we will put the decimal after 1 digit, right? Then divided by 11. So now if we divide 9.24 with 11, the result will be what? It will be r equals 0.84 meter, right? Then after that we will write therefore radius of circle is 0.84 meter. So next question is, the diameter of a wheel of a car is 56 centimeter. How many revolutions will it make to travel 7.7 kilometer? So here diameter of the wheel is given, that is 56 centimeter, and we have to find what? We have to find how many, the number of revolutions makes by the wheel to travel a distance of 7.7 kilometer. Okay. Now consider, this is what? This is wheel, right? Suppose, and this is what? This is a road, and this is wheel, right? So here this point, the point of this wheel is what? Is in contact with earth, right? That means this point is in contact with the road, right? So now if the wheel starts rotating, so suppose like this, the wheel is what? The wheel is rotating. You look at this point, right? This black point. Now what is doing? The wheel is rotating, right? So look, the point which was in contact with the road in the starting again come here, right? Suppose in this point, and this was the starting point, right? So in one revolution, this will cover this distance, right? मतलब क्या है? अगर this is suppose this is the starting point, in which the wheel and the road is in contact, right? This point. Now when it will rotate, it will cover some distance, right? And again this point will come in contact with the road in this point. So in a revolution it covers a definite distance, right? So in question what is asked? So like this, how many revolutions will be necessary to complete 7.7 kilometer? Okay, suppose this is what? This is 30 centimeter. So this wheel covers what? This wheel covers 30 centimeter in one revolutions. But in our case, the wheel must cover how many kilometers? 7.7 kilometer. Okay. Now this is what? This covers total length, right? This length of the wheel, right? Distance covered. Suppose this is the distance, right? This covers the what? Boundary of the wheel, right? From this point again it come to this point. This means what? This means circumference of the wheel, right? So how we'll solve this? We'll first find circumference of the wheel. Then after finding circumference, what? We'll divide this 7.7 kilometer with circumference. Why we'll divide with circumference? Because when a wheel rotate, it covers what? It covers circumference. So let's start. First of all, solution. Given diameter of wheel of a car equals 56 centimeter, then distance to be covered equals 7.7 kilometer. Now what we will find? We will find first the circumference of the wheel of the car. So now circumference of the wheel is what? It will be what? This wheel is in what? In which shape? It is circular shape. So its circumference will be what? 2 pi r. Okay, here a diameter is given, so we will use what? Pi d, right? So pi is 22 by 7 and d is what? 56 centimeter. That means 7 into 8, 56. So 22 into 8 is what? 8 1 are 8, 8 into 2, 8 1 are 8, 16, 1, 16, 76 centimeter. That means in one complete revolution, the wheel covers 176 centimeter. So now, like this, how many revolutions will necessary to cover 7.7 kilometer? Now look, here the unit is what? Here the unit is in kilometer and here in centimeter. So what we will do? We will convert this 7.7 kilometer into what? Into centimeter. So how can we convert? We will multiply it. We know 1 kilometer is how many centimeter? 1 lakh, right? So we will multiply 7.7 with 1 lakh. So if we multiply 7.7 with 1 lakh, look, 7.7 into 1, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh. So the result will be what? 7, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. So we have to cover 7,70,000 centimeter. So now we will write since in one rotation or revolution distance covered is how much? 176 centimeter. Since in one revolution. Okay. Can you know do you know the difference of rotation and revolution? This is a homework. In one revolution, since in one revolution distance covered equals how much? 176 centimeter, right? So number of revolution. So number of revolutions needed to cover how much? 7,70,000. So number of revolutions needed to cover 7,70,000 equals how much? We'll divide this with this. That means 7,70,000 divided by 176, right? So the result will be how much? If we can cancel, look, we will cancel with 2 into 8, 16, 1, 6, 2 into 8, 16, right? Then 2 3s are 6, 2 into 3, 6, 1, 7, 2 into 8, 16, then 1, 0, 2 into 5, 10, then 0, 0, 0, right? Then let us cancel with, again let's cancel with what? 2 in, okay, 11 into 8, 88, then 11 into 3, 33, right? 38 minus 33, 5, then next number also 5, 55, 11 into 5, 55, then 0, 0, 0, then 8, 8 into 4, 32, 8 into 4 32, then 35 minus 32, remainder is what? 3 0, then there remainder 3, then 0 30, that means 8 3 are 24, right? 24, 30 minus 24 6 6 0, 8 into 7 56, 8 into 7 56, then 4 0, 8 into 5 40, that is our answer is what? 4375. Therefore, that means what? Number of revolutions needed to cover 7,70,000 centimeter is what? 4,375. So, if the wheel rotate this number of times, having diameter 56 centimeter, it will cover this distance. Okay, मतलब क्या है, अगर wheel का diameter 56 centimeter होगा and if it's rotate 4,375 times, it will cover what? It will cover this distance. I hope you are clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. We will solve this in our next class. Okay. So I hope this is clear, right? So this is for today's class. We will solve the next in our next class.